It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC North. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are just off the shores of Lake Erie in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, as we get set for football here at the always rockin' Cleveland Browns Stadium.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, they can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
The veteran Dustin Hopkins has this one teed up, and we are underway here in Cleveland. Returning it, Justice Hill. The return man is Hill. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player. Second such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
And he's coming off a season where he showed everyone that he's worth every single penny he was given. He now has 2 MVP trophies on his resume and was on the verge of adding a Lamar Hunt trophy to go with it. Unfortunately, things didn't work out in his favor, but make no mistake about it. He's truly one of the most electrifying players in the NFL. As long as he's the man under center, they'll always be in championship conversation.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 3rd down.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. To throw is Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And after 2 consecutive seasons where he played in just 12 games combined, they're hoping that this is a year where Watson finally shows that he was worthy of that massive contract they received back in 2022. Not that long ago, we were talking about him as one of the top quarterbacks in the league. And if he gets back on track, this team can make some serious noise as the year unfolds.
They will start this drive with 4. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Watson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 37.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. The handoff to Ford up the middle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down and 4. Again, they turn to Ford. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith, as he gets the sack. And that sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, that lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Jackson now. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Draw play. This is Henry. Fights through, and now a crease. Still going. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. 55 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. And when you draw up a draw play, you want to draw it up like that, right?
Sometimes it takes some fortitude to call that play because if it doesn't work, it's a lot of angry people waiting in the hole for the runner. In this case, it broke free, a big gain.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Aguilar in motion left. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Jackson completes it to Aguilar. Hook up of 15 yards there. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here's Jackson. A slant route caught by Bateman. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Throwing is Jackson. Rolling to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the end zone, it's Strong. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Well, following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. They run with Ford. Pushing his way through. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yardage, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
Back to throw, Watson. Out quickly to Judy.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And Njoku is coming off an impressive season where he set new career highs in catches, yards, and touchdowns. He's a dynamic weapon for this offense.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy.
27 yards.
And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
In motion, Aguilar.
Now it's Jackson. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The Browns were given a solid performance in that first half from their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He finds his man complete. It's Ford. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
This is Ford. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now it's Watson.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
On the ground, it's Ford. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to the...
And this is going to be intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Off the option, here's Henry.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Ronnie Hickman there charging in from the secondary to drop him.
So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
It'll be a gain of just a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
The quick feet by Jackson. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Cleveland offense making their way out. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Ford. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Ford.
And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ford. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Ford. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art. but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros.
Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half, that has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time poring over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.